Hello there, Comic Clan, and welcome to Let the Good Times Roll.
Right up to the intro. Right up to the intro. Giving me a hard time.
You were. Did you see my post on Twitter today?
I did. I was like, that 100%, 1,000%. That is gross.
I am the friend that will give you a hard time. I have no qualms with who I am. I know who I am. But thank you so much for joining us for the Keep on the Borderlands finale. Either way, this is the finale tonight. This is the big face-off we have been building up to. Whether this ends in massive victory for our heroes, or this is where we have a total TPK and we all die.
Hey,
we will find it.
It's D&D. We're gonna die or we're gonna dominate. You know.
Either way. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Showing off.
He's got the goods, the physical goods.
Either way, whatever happens tonight, I think I can speak for our entire party that this has been an amazing experience. And before we even jump into it, a massive shout out and a massive thank you to our Dungeon Master, Mr. Tom Leveen, for being our pathway and our introduction into playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir. We have greatly appreciated your time and effort in doing this for us. Especially coming up through the holidays, especially with how chaotic your schedule has been, still showing up here to do this.
For those of you who don't know, during this entire time, Tom moved out of the country, so he's been a bit busy.
And if you follow him on Twitter, especially as of recently, he has been writing non-stop.
Yeah,
non-stop. He's even been posting word counts. He's been writing and stuff, and it's It's nuts what Tom has been doing, and then is still taking the time to do this for us. So a massive shout out, a massive thank you to
we
Mr.
really do
Tom
appreciate it
for this. If I can remember,
You are welcome.
okay, I put this command under something, and I can't remember what it was.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
It was just the last name. There are all the links for Tom for his website, for all his social media, for his YouTube, for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Please go and check him out. Please go and follow him. And of course, go to his website and check out his actual products. This man is a published author. He has written books. And even for you that are just comic fans, we even talked to him about one of his books that was transformed into a comic. So go and pick your poison. He's got plenty of them. Go and check them out. But I think that's enough for us in our introduction. I am going to hand over to the man himself to take us through the finale of the Keep on the Borderlands. Mr. DM, it is over to you, sir.
Oh, and welcome to the Keep on the Borderlands, my friends. You've had quite an adventure so far. A quick little recap. You wandered into this town where our good friend Adrik had established a little bit of a reputation for himself as quite the hero after one successful fight, but somehow has managed to rise from that one fight and become quite the asset to this team. So hats off to Adrik for showing up, and hats off to the rest of the team for doing their job and doing their part, trying to rescue a single, solitary human girl who was kidnapped apparently, by a very cruel Minotaur not too far away from the Keep on the Borderlands. We have fought skeletons, we have fought zombies, we have fought evil priests, we have fought kobolds, and no challenge has been too big or too small for our intrepid band of adventurers. We even managed to kill one of them last week, but fortunately, just under the wire, brought her back to life, so that was pretty cool, although not quite as strong as she once was. But now we are dealing with a party of third level heroes, which is quite accelerated, I'll have you know. We went ahead and accelerated things just a little bit. Why? Well, because you were going to need it. That's the main reason. So with that, we come up to what happened in our last session, where our heroes were able to almost massacre a horde of zombies. Well, they didn't kill all of them, but they killed quite a few of them, and find themselves an evil priest who was able to resurrect one of their teammates, Vadania, who had sadly passed away after being eaten by zombies. And they then took him prisoner, marched him out of his cave and back out to the valley, where he had sworn that he knew where to go to find the Minotaur's cave. And to the best of anybody's knowledge, they are now looking right at that cave after having spent a full day recovering and recuperating, learning some new spells and cantrips and whatnot, stretching out those sore muscles, and getting ready for what is going to be, without doubt, the fight of their lives. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we pick up today, with the sun not quite setting, but certainly on its way down in the west, as the heroes look over about, let's say maybe 100 yards right now, to the cave that was pointed out by the evil priest, whom Adrik smashed quite willingly after he gave up all the information that he appeared to have. And that, my friends, is where we turn things back over to you, the party. What would you like to do?
I am going to, just for a moment, run to the woods to gather a couple of materials that I need for some spells. But I'll be right back.
Good.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll pack up, make sure we're ready to go, and when Horen gets back, we'll start heading towards the cave, because if it's the one we think it is, it's a very high climb.
Yeah.
It's right at the top, so...
As I recall, there were a series of switchbacks leading up to this cave, surrounded by, above it and around it, very large boulders, very big rocks, things like that. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of hike, not quite climbing a mountain, but you're going to be going uphill. Anything else you need to do to prepare?
All right. As I come out of the woods from gathering the materials that I needed, I'm going to cast Goodberry. It'll give me 10 berries, which are 1 HP apiece, and I'm going to hand them out among the group. So 1 for myself, 3 for Vadania, 3 for Oighre, and 3 for Adrik.
Cool. So what do these berries do?
So
Are they health?
you can eat them at any time. They're 1 HP apiece. So.
Okay, so we've got 3.
All of them at once?
You don't have to take all of them at once. No.
Is it like melatonin? You just, you know, don't do all 3?
Yeah. Don't take 15 milligrams. You just take 5. You'll be all right.
Okay. All right.
All right, we'll store
Any other
those.
preparations?
That's what I'm checking. I got a...
Ideas?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm just kind of reading over all my extra bits, because I recently somehow, while being out in the middle of the valley, went to college. So,
It happens.
I know. And I graduated from the College of Whispers, so trying to read up on that. So yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I have to prep or anything for that. So okay, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Yep.
Right, off you merrily go.
Yeah.
So it's a nice easy walk to the base of the hill, and you start climbing up the switchbacks. It looks well trod. People or beings or something have definitely been on this path. It is clearly a path. There's no mistaking. It's not paved or have, gravel on it or anything like that, but it's definitely been used for sure. Nothing else really outstanding about it. It's going to take you up about, I don't know, we'll say 100 feet or so on these various switchbacks, going back and forth until you reach the cave itself. Now again, surrounding the cave are some very large boulders up above you, all around. Looks like maybe they've been placed there, or they have fallen over the centuries from the mountains above you. Hard to really say. There is no light coming from the cave right now. The sun is starting to set at this point. And let's start off as we always do with a nice little perception check from everybody, shall we?
A 9.
Got a 4.
19.
Nice.
17.
17.
Adrik's still on a high from crushing the priest's head. He's in a good mood.
Danya's still struggling. I'm on the struggle bus.
Well, you did die, so you might struggle with stuff like perceiving things at the moment.
A couple of you, so as you're kind of, maybe not, I assume not charging headlong into the cave at this point, it measures about from where, at the entrance, it's measuring about 12 feet tall and about 10 feet wide or so. It's fairly large. And those of you who made those perception checks, those upper numbers, you do notice, all of you notice one thing for sure, and that's the smell. You've all been to a barn or a farm or something like that, and it smells like a barn in there. Like, it just has that odor of, like, dung and cattle kind of coming out. Also, maybe the ever so slight tang of death and decay, which you're kind of getting used to at this point, although you've had a nice break in the fresh air. But coming up to the cave, you can smell the difference. So it's like if you went into a barn where a cow had died recently. It smells something like that. So pretty hefty. Now, Adrik and Oighre, because you rolled fairly high in those rolls, right?
Mhm.
Those two sort of distinctive smells. You notice another smell, and it kind of makes your mouth water a little bit because it smells really, really good. It's actually, as you're kind of stopping, like it almost stops in your tracks. Like, what is that? And as you think about it and kind of taste it around a little bit in your mouth, you realize what you're smelling is very good human food. It's kind of layered underneath the heavier smell of this, barnyard animals and death. But somebody's got like a barbecue going, man. It smells good. Like, not enough to make you hungry because the other smell is overpowering it, but it's definitely in there.
Hmm. I don't like
And then we
that.
have one quick question.
Mhm.
Totally inconsequential, but how tall is everybody?
That is a good question.
That is a great question.
I think I'm 6 foot.
I think I'm. What was that?
And up or
4'11"?
down is fine.
Yeah, I'm 4'11".
So we'll round that up to 5.
Thanks.
Tall
Did you
dwarf.
just laugh at the height of the dwarf?
She
I
did.
did.
That's
Totally.
kind of sick.
I'm 5'8".
I'm
Okay,
5'9".
so we'll round that up to 9. 5'9". Wait, sorry, Oighre, what was yours again?
5'8".
That up to 6. And 5'9", you said, Vadania?
Yes.
Please 6. Thanks, no big deal. I wonder what this giant 20-sided dice for. I don't know. We'll come back to that.
Holy
Anyway.
crap.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
So that's where you are. I turn it back over to you.
Alright.
Outside the cave, smelling your smells.
All right. So what do we want to do?
Well, do we just want to go in like we always have been going?
Yeah, that seems to be working for us. Stick to our usual strategy.
Of
Just-
trying to be stealthy?
I would try and be stealthy considering I'm smelling a pretty good food cooking in the air. And all I can think is that the amount of people that have disappeared
Yeah.
coming to fight this thing, and I can smell really good barbecue.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
I'm fairly confident I know what the barbecue is.
Yeah.
So I say we proceed fairly cautiously in here.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna try to be stealthy.
Be
Do
stealthy.
we, how,
All right.
Actually,
do we,
so I have a spell that will it's pass without a trace that will add 10 to our stealth, each of us, all together.
ooh,
Do we want to do
How
that? It lasts. Let me see. 1 hour.
It's 10 to your stealth roll.
Yes. Or 10 bonus to stealth checks, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And we don't
I'll
leave
leave
any
it there.
footprints or anything like that. And the only thing, and we can't be tracked other than by magical means.
Interesting. Well, yeah, it's up to you. Let me know.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to hold off on that?
well, I was gonna say, does it take up a spell slot?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm guessing we probably want to keep all of our spell slots as much as you and I can.
Okay.
Yeah, for the few spells that
Minotaur?
we've got, keep them for the fight, probably.
Okay.
And at this point, we want the Minotaur to find us, so if we're not stealthy, it's okay, because we're going after him anyways.
Okay. Would you say, Vadania?
How many spell slots do you have now?
I had 3 level 1 and 2 level 2.
Okay. Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we can hold off then. We'll just roll it like we normally do.
Badly.
Stealth roll for everybody. Stealth check, excuse me.
All right, stealth checks.
Stealth.
Ooh, nat 20, baby.
Whoa, whoa. I got
18.
I got 22.
Adrik?
9.
15.
Well, you all lose track of Horen. He's just, off. You have no idea where he went. Not quite exactly, but... So as you are entering this cave with its decidedly strange smells, you do notice the floor is very pitted, very uneven, so being stealthy is going to be kind of a challenge, and that's, Adrik, why you're having some issues with it. Now, you're sure-footed, you feel right at home in the uneven ground, but it's very difficult to maintain any semblance of silence. Horen's doing pretty good, so, you got that going for you. Anything in the cave may only hear 1 or 2 of you instead of all 4 of you, so, that's happy. You also notice that there are some very small standing puddles of water in some of the dips. In some of the lower areas, there's also some mud, and then some areas are higher than that and are dry. And you still have no lights, so headed straight in the next probably 40 feet or so, you're going to be coming up on a turn in the cave, at which point it will be, as far as you can tell, completely dark.
All right. I guess Vadania or Adrik, does it make sense for one of you guys to lead?
Yeah.
Adrik. Still recovering.
You're still recovering. Did you get a high stealth roll?
I got, I got 15.
Okay.
15.
Good.
Yeah, because I was wondering if that was a successful stealth roll, maybe you sneaking forwards. But if you didn't roll well stealthily, we're going to barge in, I'll go ahead anyway. But if you can stealth it, just to kind of maybe...
So,
There's a little heads up.
Can we move to the edge of the darkness, to where it just starts to get pitch black as a group, and then we'll trade the order. So, Vadania, did you want to go first?
Sure. Let's do it.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go?
So for those of you who do not have dark vision or any kind of sensing like that, what is your plan?
So I got 18, so I think I'm going to kind of pull up the rear a little bit. Being stealthy.
Okay. Or do you intend to see where you're going?
I'm going to put my hand on Vadania's back.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll trail Adrik. So maybe what do we do? Vadania, Horen, Adrik, me. So that way we each have a leader, the non-seeing, dark-seeing people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all agreed.
Okay. Yep, that works.
That is a bold choice. I approve. Adrik, you're a dwarf, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm worried that you're confirming that.
Nothing. Do you happen to have any sort of inherent skills or abilities related to maps, mazes, labyrinths, mining, all that kind of good stuff? I would assume you do, but I haven't checked myself. So I can look. Possibly under features and traits, anything like that?
Features and traits.
Willing to give you, something just as a regardless, because you are in fact a dwarf. So,
yeah, I think I've got stuff with
what
is it, stone cunning? So when it comes to stonework and history checks and that sort of stuff, when it comes to underground stonework.
Okay. So nothing specific, at least on paper. Nothing really specific to that kind of thing. I don't.
Yeah, nothing specific for a kind of maze or labyrinth sort of thing.
Okay. All right, that's okay. No worries. He said and laughed. I was just curious.
I just found. I actually have a lamp and oil in my like bag, which I didn't know.
Well, just for clarity, all of you do have either lamps or torches or candles or something. I mean, you do have sources of light in your packs. That's pretty normal. The question is
Okay.
whether or not you want to light any of them.
Right. Do you think I should light my lamp, like in the back?
I would suggest that we not right now.
Okay.
Like, obviously we want to find the Minotaur, but if I would like to see what's around here before we engage in combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would like the two of you who do not have dark vision roll an intimidation check on yourselves.
Okay.
You want to roll low.
Oh.
Shoot! I got a 4. No, I got a 12. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh. I got a 16.
16. Okay. Horen, you're doing okay, but Ori, this is not a comfortable position to be in. Like, that's nothing specific to it, but just like walking, you are at this point as you go deeper into the cavern, you are absolutely blind. You cannot see your hand in front of your face, and you are relying exclusively on Adrik's sure feet to guide you. It's slow going because again the cave floor is very uneven, so you keep hitting things and splashing a little bit, and then it's a little slippery, and then there's some mud, and then it's dry again, and so this is very, very disconcerting for the two of you who cannot see what you're doing. Now, the other two of you with your dark vision, like, what's the problem? Like, just relax, because you can see kind of in a black and white vision almost, and I mean you're feeling the effects too because you know it's dark. Like you're not oblivious to the fact that it is dark, and so far there's just nothing else to see. Like it's just this kind of long, which as you're going, be branching off to the right and to the left. Sign of any artificial light of any kind.
So it branches to the left and to the right.
Vadania, can you see anything?
Can we do like perception checks and stuff to see if we can see, hear, smell anything?
Yes, you do hear something, and you feel it as well. The earth vibrates underneath your feet as an enormous crash sounds behind you. It's thundering. Just one big boom. As you whip around, automatically look like what the. You've kind of turned that first corner. You don't see anything from where you're at right now.
We're in the labyrinth.
Oh shoot!
So you just for clarity, you entered the cave. You followed it for a while. You made one turn where it started to get dark, and you've been in that single tunnel until just now. You've reached the T intersection. So you're not lost by any stretch. Just for clarity, but you cannot see anything other than the cave behind you right now after that enormous crash.
Okay. And the crash came from behind us? Alright, so I'm going to move into position. I'm going to swap places with Oighre because I think I was third in line. And I'm going to draw my Warhammer just in case something comes from behind us then. But you guys pick what direction we're going and we'll move slowly, but I'm going to watch from behind here just in case.
The only problem with that is I can't see, so do you want me to light a lamp?
You could light a lamp. Vadania's still at the head, still leading it on so she can see.
But, okay, so I probably need to try to find Horen and, hold his hand then or something.
Yeah, if you want to grab onto the back of my... I don't even know if I'm wearing a shirt.
And then we don't.
Whatever
but then we
is.
leave Horen without any hands, just in case. Maybe his staff. I don't know.
Perception check.
Oh,
Perception check, everybody.
All right. I got an 11.
I got 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 14. Sorry, I forgot to add the multiplier. 14.
13.
8, somebody had 18?
7. I don't like being in the dark.
That makes sense. Adrik?
Oh, 13. I said it, sorry.
So, in the confusion, as you hear this big, enormous crash, everybody kind of tenses up. You look around, trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, do we need to switch? And you're kind of having this very hasty conversation. Some of you who rolled very well or decently notice a shift in the air. There's a bit of dust in the air now that wasn't there a minute ago.
I think the cave mouth just closed behind us.
Yeah.
So obviously the only way through is forward, as Gandalf would say.
Yeah, I think we're officially in the labyrinth and it's going to change on us. So, yeah, I think we're
Nobody
just
has gone to
figure
check
out
yet,
forward.
by the way. Just FYI, no one has gone to check the entrance yet.
Adrik, do you want to?
I can go check.
Yeah.
If you guys are okay here, I can go down the pathway and check.
Yeah, I'm still trying to blindly reach for something of Horen, like staff, arm, something I can't see.
I lean back so you can grab my
Thank
shirt.
you. Try not to drag you down.
Okay, at this point, just light something. This is getting ridiculous. Just light the lamp. Alright, so I'll go into a brisk jog down the tunnel just to check and see if the tunnel's closed up on us.
Alright, I light my lamp.
So we've got a lamp going. Adrik, you jog down to that first turn that you made, the only turn that you could have made so far. And as you turn the corner, you see nothing but darkness. And yes, in fact, the entrance to the cave has now been completely blocked off. Looks like by stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell if it's been done purposefully? Or if it's just like rocks falling? Is there
I
any
do
way
not
for me to
believe
know?
there is any way to tell that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll tell you what though. I'll give you. You're a dwarf. Let's give you. Nature. Is that survival history? No, maybe it is nature. I'll give you a nature check.
Nature check.
That's not your strongest suit, but give it a go.
Nope. Not even close.
Tell.
A 9.
It's couldn't tell.
No worries. Because like just I
will tell you.
But at the mouth of a labyrinth, I trust nothing at this point.
We'll give you, being that you are a dwarf, I will give you that the stone is natural in appearance, so it's not like a steel sheet or something. Like it looks like a boulder of some kind has been used or fallen to block it up. But how it got there, you could not say at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're examining that, the light from the lamp opens up, and everybody can see a little bit. So it's good. You got that going for you.
Yay!
So,
And you're
if I can't tell anything else, I'll
Currently-
head back to the group.
What can I see around me? Is it just dirt and tunnel?
mud puddles.
Okay.
The cave looks fairly natural. It doesn't have the telltale sort of, Adrik would be able to tell you it hasn't been carved out of the rock anyway, for what it's worth.
Can we see any animal prints, footprints, hoof prints, anything on the ground leading any direction?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Question though.
No, right, so
All right. So do we want to go left or right?
can we do a perception check if we can see or hear anything from either direction? If the scent's coming from a specific direction. Just to kind of give us an idea of.
You could roll it, but no, it's too it's suffusing the entire space, and you can't really get a direction from it at this point.
All right, left or right? Anyone have a preference?
However, I do, however, want to give everybody. Do I? Yes. Everybody, go ahead and do a perception check. It will not be for the smelling though. This is for something else.
Got a 16.
I got a 10.
Ha! Nat 20.
Nice.
Naughty.
Kidding me?
Keep that going.
If it makes you feel better, I got a 4.
Thank you, Adrik.
That rage is wearing off.
Ori,
Yes.
it's so faint you probably have to make everybody shut up for a second. And you can't prove it, but you swear you hear water running.
Okay.
Something like it. Can't tell which direction it's coming from, but like, and you could even be like, it's so faint that you're like, is that what it is? Like, you can't really tell, but that's like the first instinct that comes to mind.
Okay. I mean, I'm left-handed, so I say always go left, but that's my vote.
That's fine. It's a crapshoot either way. So.
Yep.
I was going to say good a choice as any. Left it is.
Okay. Left it is. And what's our marching order now that we have some light?
Vadania first.
Well, I was actually going to say it's like if you want Adrik, I can take the lead on it
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
because there's no sense me being near the back now because I highly doubt we're about to get snuck up on.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Since the cave's been closed, so maybe it's more likely for me to go forwards and it's like and plus you died, so
Yeah.
I think our stealth. The reason I wanted you to go first before was stealth, and I think our stealth options like greatly dwindling. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think let's put Vadania next to me. I'll be behind Adrik. Vadania could then kind of be next to me, and then we have Horen in the back.
I can pull up the rear. I'll pull out the torch so I can light the rear as well.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on the rear just in case something. But yeah, I'll take the lead and go forward.
I'm gonna actually cast Shillelagh as well, and pull out just for my staff, just in prep for anything.
And is that cantrip or
Yes.
spell slot?
That's a cantrip.
Cantrip? Cool. And how far is your dark vision, Adrik? Is that 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet.
So off we merrily go to the left, following the trail. Now, at walk, you're still smelling these very crazy different smells and whatnot. Kind of taking your time, I take it, moving carefully, keeping an eye out for things, watching your 6, all those kinds of good things. What's ultimately going to happen is you're going to reach another intersection, straight ahead, left, and right. Now, once you do that, we're going to have how do I want to do this? Once you get there, we need to start making some decisions on how you essentially want to handle this, because just by reaching this 3-way split, Adrik can tell you if nothing else that like, okay, we're going to start getting lost very, very soon.
Yeah.
So how are we going to deal with this? That is probably the discussion you need to have starting now.
Mm-hmm.
Out of game letterbox, what we are not going to do, I promise you, is spend the next hour saying right or left or straight, right or left. We're not doing that.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've all been. Well, you guys, fortunately, you have not played that game yet. I unfortunately have played that game, and some of your viewers have played that game, and it sucks. We're not doing that.
Okay.
So, but you do need to think about how you want to try and explore this labyrinth.
Is there any way that we can... I know the ground is wet and muddy and stuff like that, which might be a plus, but is there any way that we can mark the ground? I know it's stone and there's some water pools and some mud, but...
There's enough spotty mud areas that you could, easily use a, knife or something to point, draw an arrow or something like that. Absolutely. You could at the very least do that.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
I think marking
carry-
directions.
Well, I was gonna say
no.
I carry some ink, so I could also just do like a little dot of ink.
You could probably combine those two things. Yeah. That'd be a bad idea.
I think
Other
markings is definitely a good idea, and then, well, one of the main things going through any sort of maze or labyrinth is always going the same direction. Like always taking your left or always taking your right and sticking to that, so that you don't start getting lost and turned around.
Yeah, and you go from like we started left, so go from like left to right. So
So like if we keep going left, so like in this 3-way, if we go to our left, and then even if it's a dead end, you just follow that background and take the next turn, and just keep going to the left. It's the most logical way through a maze, so that you don't just keep making random turns and getting turned around.
Okay, that works.
Yep.
And so, are you also doing the ink and also doing the marking in the mud when you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Well, there's one other thing I want for the marking. There was one other thing I wanted to possibly suggest instead of that. Like, if we're just making markings with the ink, my only thing is if the Minotaur or whoever else is wandering around this labyrinth, do we want to try and mark with something that can't be washed away, smeared away?
Can we do it like insignificantly in the corner of the path? Oh, that, I mean, we would obviously know it's there, but nobody else would know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other thing was basically going the full opposite end of that. Was literally I've got my warhammer. Whatever path we take, if I take a massive swing and leave a marking in the ground,
that works too.
There's nothing they can do to remove that.
Yeah.
Like if I leave a massive circular hole in the ground, that's the path we've taken. Like there's nothing they can do to remove that, wash it away, try and turn us around. We know we've definitely been that path because my hammer fits it.
The only thing is with that, there's no directionality with those instructions. There's just a hole. Whereas if we did ink or marking, we can do an arrow or something of the sort to indicate which way we came from, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. But it was just a suggestion because, the ink being marked there, especially if the ground's muddy and wet and different stuff, like, I don't know if we get turned around and get back here, will the ink still be there?
Yeah.
Well, how about we do this when it's just a straight decision, like left, center, right? We do the warhammer. But if there's any port where there's like a fork or where we have to do directional, we'll do the mud and the ink.
That works.
Yeah, that can work. Just as long as there's some sort of marking, like I'm good to go with whatever for it. It was just something to consider for it, but I'm good for whatever.
Yeah.
Yep, so we use a combination of the warhammer, ink, and marking.
We are well.
We're going to do it all.
We're going to do it all.
I'll take that. So you make these plans and start so your first turn to your left, and you're going to start following that cavern. Once you make that turn, things get really turned around very quickly, and you have to really take your time and figure out, okay, mark here to show that we're going this direction, because like the hallways are getting shorter. And they're really starting to look the same. There's nothing to really differentiate them, and it's kind of I'm not going to make you roll for it at this point, but that same sensation that Oighre had a few minutes ago of just like of that intimidation is kind of starting to sink in a little bit. Like, okay, I'm ready to get out of this place now, please. Anytime's good. Okay, another tunnel. All right. Great. Another dead end. Super. Okay. So the tension is building for sure.
Okay.
And right about that time, Adrik's still in front, right? That's a shame. You're turning a corner, And from the darkness of the tunnel that you're turning down, a spear comes flying down that tunnel, just barely grazes your face, and crashes against the far wall.
Ow.
Startling,
Whoa.
but no damage.
No
And
damage or anything.
You didn't get hit.
Can Adrik, can you see anything? Like, is there...
Can I see anything of like where the spear came from? If someone threw it, if it was a trap, can I see anything at this distance?
So you kind of turn into it, like you turn and it came, and you're like, whoa, and backed out of the way. Clunk clunk went over there, like, okay. You check, and down that hallway, it's a good 40 feet, let's say, with more branches of the labyrinth. So at this point from where you are, you don't see anybody. You do not see any mechanisms, however, either. No pulleys, no strings, nothing like that.
Okay.
And y'all remember Return of the Jedi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Then, okay, you'll remember it. I'm pretty sure the moment where Leia reveals herself to Han in Jabba's palace, and they have that moment, and then suddenly Jabba starts laughing. That's what you hear.
Oh,
They
great.
laugh, very similar to that kind of.
I knew I
echo.
had too high hopes that we were going to meet a bunch of cuddly teddy bears. I knew it was just too much to hope for.
So,
It's not over.
Adrik and Vadania can't really see anything with their dark vision, right? Like up in the darkness? Like anything that's like
No.
moving or... Okay.
No.
Just that there's another branch of like 3 more branches going off.
And we hear the laughter. Can we tell?
And we hear the laugh.
Can we tell where it's coming from, or is it just like a all-encompassing?
All-encompassing, but it is not from behind you.
Okay.
Oh, it's somewhere the direction you're headed, probably down one of those 3 tunnels, but which one? No way to know.
I have a feeling we're being hunted right now.
Yeah.
Let's do a perception check, everybody. Again,
Okay.
I think he
I got a 7.
knows we're here and he's toying with us.
7,
I got a 21.
21.
I got an 8.
I got
Okay,
a 12.
All right, Vadania. As your heart rate picks up real quick, what the? Okay, everything seems okay. As your heart rate slows down again just a little bit, you too now are quite certain you hear the sound of water. I can't tell from what direction, but you can hear it. It's now, because you heard Ori talk about it a while back now, however long ago that was, because you're kind of losing some time in here. And now you're like, okay, yeah, she's right. I hear it now.
Okay. Do I know which way?
Probably not behind you, because you've kind of, you feel like you would have, but that's more a matter of deduction. Like, I think I would have heard it if it had been the way we came, so it's
Right.
probably deeper in, but can't be sure. You look nervous, Nitro. You okay with there, buddy?
I'm just thinking.
Shouldn't we be nervous?
I hope you're nervous. That means you're having a good time.
He says like
So-
this is how we die.
This is how we die.
So I have an idea. What if like we go 2 by 2 on like the sides of the caverns, try and leave a middle in the gap?
Yeah.
Like, so if it is booby trap, we can we're not like going straight down the middle. We just kind of are hugging the sides a little bit. But we're 2 and 2,
unless
so
the
2.
unless the booby traps come out from the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, for what it's worth, you haven't seen any mechanisms. Doesn't mean it's not a trap, but you have not seen
Right.
anything yet.
But at least
Visually.
the walls, we can kind of feel the walls to see if there's like any holes or anything. Where if you're dead in the middle,
Yeah, the walls might be the best idea. The fact we can't see a mechanism and then heard the horrific laughter after the spear flew past us, I am more inclined to think we're being followed than necessarily a trap at this point.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best approach.
So at least I could be wrong, but at least that's my instinct at the minute. Is like, yeah, he's toying with us.
Yeah.
So we keep moving forward and stick to our go to the left.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I agree.
All right. Let's do it.
And you said you're sticking 2x2 to the wall?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what-
I can go with Vadania, Adrik. You want to go with Oighre? Or I don't know how we were lined up actually. How were we lined up? Was
We
Adrik was in
were
front?
at-
That's right.
Yeah, Adrik and then Vadania, me were side by side, and then Horen. So I mean, honestly, we could do that. I can go to one side with Adrik, and then
Okay.
you and Vadania go on the other side.
Yep.
And then
That works.
also that kind of clears both sides. So if we see or feel something coming on
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
or.
Okay.
That's why Badania and I are kind of at the front of either side then, and we've got the dark vision to kind of our best effect.
Okay, sounds good. Are any of you searching for traps as you go?
Yes.
I
Right,
will be
those
definitely.
Those of you,
Adrik, you just keep your eyes on front. I'll search for traps like behind you, like kind of, around you and stuff. And
Same.
on the walls and stuff.
Same
yeah.
for Vadania.
Okay.
okay, this
Sounds
will
good
be
to
so.
me.
Those of you who are searching, this will be an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank God I'm not
Hold
looking
on.
for traps.
All right.
Sorry, I gotta move my dice tray. A cat stole my d20. Okay.
Your time.
14,
I got a 10.
15, 16, 17. I got a 17.
18. Okay. Horen, you, as far as you know, do not find anything.
Okay.
And Ori, you also do not seem to find anything as you move.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Let's
Keep
go
moving
through.
forward then.
Yep.
All right, coming up to the branch of there's a three-way split, so you turn to the left. Another long, dark passage here. As you get to at the end of which you can see another branch, several branches rather, going off into all different directions. About halfway down this passage, though, you do notice that you're all starting to make a little bit more noise than you were making previously, and it's because the ground has gotten very wet.
Okay.
Can we tell what's making it wet?
As a matter of fact, as you stop to realize why are our feet getting wet, you look down and realize there is water running over your feet ahead of
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Don't know if I should be worried or grateful.
I don't...
Is it going left to right, or I guess it doesn't matter? But is it going left to right or right to left?
It's coming right at you from ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we at a split, like a left, right, center, like straight?
At the moment you notice this, you are in the middle of one long tunnel, at the end of which, about another 40 feet away or so,
Okay.
is another three-way split.
Got it.
And then... Dun-dun. No good. From the center split far ahead of you, you all see a shape briefly appear and another whistling sound, and all of you manage to kind of clear out of the way as another spear comes flying down the center of that tunnel, and the figure at the end of it disappears just as rapidly as it had appeared, and this clatters against the wall behind you.
All right.
A
Shall we
moment later,
all-
by another Jabba the Hutt laugh.
Oh.
Okay, well that kind of confirms that something's hunting us.
Yep.
Two.
I say we go down the center of that one just to kind of see.
Yeah, well we're going
Would you-
after the Minotaur and he's straight ahead. I say, yeah, take this one dead ahead.
What did you say, Vadania? Sorry.
I was just gonna ask, would I just be able to blindly shoot towards it?
Say that again?
If I could shoot my arrow blindly towards where the spear came from?
Yeah, you can, sure. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
So you can very quickly knock an arrow and let it fly down there. hits the wall, bounces off. Nothing really happens. So,
Question. Could I shoot a fiery arrow? Because I have things to cause fire. Maybe
yes, sure. Be okay. Like for the purposes of seeing further down.
Maybe we see something.
Did your mic get any closer? I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry. Yeah. Just to see something.
Yeah, go for it. We can do that. Send that down. You can guess that it's probably not going to stick in the cave wall, so you're going to send it kind of in an arc, almost to get it to land in the ground, which it does, and briefly illuminates, however many tens of feet down there, and is quickly extinguished by more water coming down the floor, washing toward you.
Guys, what do you think this water?
I have no idea. It's either going to be helpful to us. I mean, the only thing, knowing history and animals and nature, and Horen knows this too, is that creatures have to live on water. So when we find the source of water, we'll probably find like the hub. But it can also mean bad news too, depending. So it could. So, but creatures do have to survive on water, so it's also a good sign that we're finding water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Like either it's going to be something major as part of it, like you said, or it's just a case of like this is a water source for the Minotaur and whatever else is down here. So.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. I mean, we can definitely go after where the shadow was. It can also be a trap, especially with that laugh. He might be trying to lead us somewhere. Like a trap, but yeah. But he can also be trying to show us the way through too, to get to him. I don't know.
Well,
what do you guys
in
think?
Movies, you always go towards a trap.
Yeah.
Always. What's the other option?
What's a movie?
Yeah, what's a movie? Vadania, what's this futuristic stuff you're talking about?
It's witchcraft, that's all.
Oh.
I mean, my vote is we're going after the Minotaur. Fairly certain it's probably him throwing spears at us.
Yeah.
Let's say go straight ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
At least that's my vote.
Yep. I think it sounds good because, I mean, that's the thing. It's 50-50. And, right now there is a water source. So if he is coming off the water source and that is his hub, we're getting somewhere.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
Off you go down that center cave. Ooh, things are getting a little spicy. You follow that cave. As you're continuing to go, keeping a very wary eye out. Now you've been attacked twice, and you know something's in here. So I'm assuming that's very making you, take your time a little bit here. Encountering T intersections, 3-branch intersections, a couple of 4-branch intersections. It's just getting maddening in there. As far as keeping track of stuff in the mud goes, that's pretty much a non-starter now. You are constantly walking through about an inch of water at this point. The ink is still working because you can reach up and there's no water up there. Everything seems relatively dry, so you've at least got that going for you. But the leaving symbols in the mud, that's over. That's pretty much not going to happen at this point. So continue going, making your lefts, making as many lefts as you can, hitting some dead ends, turning around, taking the next left you can, following all this kind of stuff, until you reach another intersection, just a T intersection. To the left is just more darkness. To the right, a little bit of glowing light, it looks like, but it's going to be a kind of a gradual turn in towards that light. You also notice the water is now up to about your ankles.
Okay.
Whew. I
Light
said
or
we go
darkness?
towards light.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
we're trying to find the Minotaur, I would agree.
Yeah. Screw it. Head towards the light.
To the light.
To the light.
To the light.
To the light. As you head towards the light, you're following the this very gentle sort of curve towards the light, which is getting a little bit brighter. It's not blinding. It is flickering, appears to be torchlight, as far as you can tell as you get closer. And as you're coming up on the main curve, you hear another distinctive booming sound from behind you that rattles your bones pretty good. Like you really felt it in your body this time from behind you.
Okay.
But you can't see because you've already kind of made that. You're almost not quite a circle yet, but you're heading into a big curve, so it's behind you wherever the sound was. Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my vote.
Yep.
Yeah. Just keep going at this point.
Okie doke. So, as you turn, where'd you guys go? There you are. As you follow the curve, I assume Adrik's first in line again.
Yep.
You follow the curve and you open up into a bit of a cavern. It is lit by torches that are set in sconces on the wall. Looks like they've just been pounded into the rock. There is water on the floor. It's fairly muddy at this point. It's over your ankles right now. Up near the ceiling is basically a waterfall. It's just coming right out of the rock. Just about a big or so, just gushing water, very loud. You can still hear each other, but it's in this cavern. It's getting pretty loud. As you look throughout the cavern, which again about 12 feet tall, more or less. It's pretty wavy, so some a little bit higher, some a little bit shorter, but about 12 feet. And you see some definite distinct other passages kind of scattered around this cavern. And I will give you... that's it at the moment.
All right.
Alright, what do I want to do here?
Well, I guess explore the cavern, see if there's any other entrances or exits or...
Yeah. See
Just
what we can
explore
find in
this
here.
cavern. Yeah. Because we really can't talk with the waterfall, but we can explore real quick and try to find...
You can talk. You can still hear each other.
Oh, okay, okay.
You have to speak up a little bit, but you can hear each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Let's investigate.
All right. Do we want to hug a wall or something and just kind of go around, or how do we want to do this?
Here,
well-
if you reference your screen, this is where you are at the moment. Can you all see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know. Whatever. There we go. So you kind of came through this little colon-looking guy right here. The noise was back up here somewhere. You've kind of gathered in this main sort of section. You've got a branch going off this way, branch going off that way. Obviously, you can't see around this corner. We'll deal with that when we get there.
All right. Do we want to maybe go, since we've been going left, do we want to try to go left? See what's over there?
Yeah, just stick with it.
Yeah.
We'll just work our way
Stick
around
with
the
the left.
cavern.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sticking to the left. Adrik coming around. Bum bum. Ba-da. Nothing. No, you've got a branch over here. You're gonna keep. You're all together, but I'm just kind of moving you. You're sticking together. This area down kind of below you to the south, Adrik, looks like a short little dead end, black, nothing really in there that you can see. Swinging back around out this way, some stalactites and stalagmites, all that kind of good stuff. And then, as we gather, I'm not necessarily in this order, just kind of getting you there. Bum, bum. You've got our friend coming up on ya.
Oh, shoot.
So you all sort of come around the corner as you're, following the wall of the curve of the rocks and whatnot. And once the last of you in line kind of clears that space, he almost seems to materialize, not in a magical way, but it's just like melting out of the darkness. And like at first you're not even sure he's really there, and you have to like double check or double take, and then suddenly like, okay, that's him, that's the guy. And what you've got is approximately 8-foot tall Minotaur holding a couple of spears, not really wearing any armor, but hard, and just like he's been through the meat grinder more than once. And although he does have that very bovine snout, it looks to you like he's smiling as he says, "Next."
Whew.
With that, we are entering combat. So let's all have a initiative roll. Hey.
15.
Oh, I got
Dang.
6.
9.
And what else? I had 15 and 9. What else?
6.
6. And what?
8.
Wow.
Sweet.
Vadania, you
We're all
rolled 6.
Yep, we're rolling high, baby.
Okay, so Horen's first.
Great.
Wow, followed by Adrik, really? At 9? Is that right?
Yeah.
Then Oighre, and then Vadania. Oops. Nope. And me. Okay. I need to write this down. Hold on, let's do this again. Adrik. Oighre. Me. And Vadania. Alright, we are beginning officially round 1 with Horen.
Shoot. All right. How far is he away? Can I tell?
He is. Let's see if we can take a look at this. GM overlay. Nope. Come on. Oh, maybe this is it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about 25 feet away.
Okay.
But give me a second here. So yeah, about 25 feet. Right. No, we're not doing that. So as you're considering your next move, Horen, everybody almost slowly realizes the water is lapping kind of up near your shins now.
Okay. All right. I am actually going to move 15 feet towards him, towards the Minotaur. And I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at the 2nd level.
Right?
Which is
Not messing around.
no. So let's see.
Got to.
My
As soon as you say
daughter
thunder,
loves.
you gotta do it,
My
bud.
daughter loves that song. All right, so that's 2d8 thunder damage. And
Is that a saving throw?
yeah, if it's a Constitution saving throw 13, if they don't make that, then they're pushed 10 feet back. But if they do make it, then it's half damage, and they're not pushed back.
Not push back. If he misses, or if he makes it.
Yeah,
So that's how much?
5 damage. And I'm I think with my hold on. And with my bonus action, I am going to wild shape into a brown bear.
Brown bear.
What do you see?
Right? You know what I'm saying.
Spot them. Spot the parents.
All right.
And is there any way that I can? So since I used half of my movement, can I use the other half? Or no?
May remind me since he lost his roll, he is also pushed back.
He's pushed back 10 feet. So actually, I'm gonna stay where I am since he's pushed back. So that would be my movement speed. It would be 25 feet for me. So because I move forward 15 feet.
You just like making this harder for me, don't you? Harder for me to get over to him. I can't travel as far as it is with the best of times, and you're pushing him further back, making me run.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
All right, Adrik.
All right. So first of all, I am going to go into a rage.
I think that's a good idea.
And I don't know if you can confirm this for me, Tom. Like for my 3rd level, I've chosen Form of the Beast for my rage.
Saw that.
Do I get all 3, like the jaw, the claws, and the tail, or do I only choose one? Because I thought I only chose one, but I re-looked at my stuff in D&D Beyond, and I don't see that I have to choose one.
Until the rage ends, you manifest a natural weapon. It counts as similar, and you add your strength modifier to the attack and damage and rolls.
Is it a weapon or
based on this reading, I believe you can. Well, I will rather rule, I should say, that for the duration of this rage, you will choose one of those 4.
Okay.
And it will that's the one you will have until the rage ends, and you do another rage.
All
You have
right.
them
So
all kind of. You can choose from among them, but once you choose, you're stuck with it until the rage ends. And then when
Okay.
you rage again, you can choose again.
okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check that. And so for
I
my
don't know if that's the rules, but that's what I'm going to go with.
okay, that's what I was thinking
Otherwise,
as
for
well,
third
but I
level,
wasn't
that's
sure.
pretty super. Yeah, I think if we were talking like 6th or 10th or something like that, maybe. But for a 3rd level, that would seem super powerful.
Yeah, I was going to say for 3rd level it felt a bit OP, but I wasn't sure. So for going into my rage, then I'm going to choose Form of the Beast tail, and to grow a spiny tail out my back, because that'll allow me to attack him, and also allows me a reaction against attacks that I get from the Minotaur as well. And since Horen decided to launch him further down the cave, I am going to try and get as close as I can, since I don't think I can actually make it up to him with my 25 feet of travel
Right.
distance.
So close. All right, Ori, you're up.
Oh, hold on. I've still got an attack.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Nope,
Alright,
because I can use my hand axe as a ranged weapon. So I'm going to
Okay.
chuck a hand axe at him.
But
Let's see if it actually does. 20, not that.
Oh, that hits. All right.
Alright, for the hand axe, 1d6 plus 3. D6, that was. 4.
3d6.
What was that, sorry?
3d6 for location.
Where is my other d6? There it is. Sorry, one of my d6 disappeared. 15.
15, that's in the leg. So just chuck it at him, flies through the air, hits him kind of in the shin, takes a little chunk out. He looks down at it, looks up at you, makes eye contact, and goes. And that's it.
I laugh back at him.
Anything else? Was that it for you, Adrik?
That's me.
Ori.
Alright. How far away is he from me? Because I'm pretty far down there.
He is now 35 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna come right up next to Horen. Like right next to him. And I'm gonna whip out my vial and I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers at a 2nd level. Which is a wisdom saving throw of 12 for you.
Alright. 20. So, what happens if I make it?
Let's see. On successful so it takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. So let me. Hold on. 4. 7. So it was 11. So half of 11. What, like 5.5?
5.
Yeah.
Describe it for me. Describe this how the spell works. Like, so you're playing, and then what happened?
Okay, so what happened was, I whisper a discordant melody that kind of racks pain. But because you saved the throw, because usually if you failed, like you would be so racked in pain that you have to start moving away.
Okay.
But since you saved, you took half the damage and you're still staying firm. You don't move away.
Ever been in the like cow country and the cows are just eating and their tails are going and their ears are just doing little flippy things like kind of randomly? Almost?
Yeah.
That's what you see. Kind of like these like little his ears just kind of do a little flippy guy, and he kind of
I love it.
looks over Adrik like almost trying to figure out where that came from. Anything else, Ori?
All right. And then I think that's it.
Happening at once. Just got hit in the leg. So he tries to. His ears do a little twitchy guy. He kind of looks around, trying as if like trying to figure out what to do. And then he drops his gaze, looks at Adrik, kind of shrugs a little bit, picks up the spear, and hucks it.
Alright, I use my tail to react. It says I can use a reaction on a creature I see within 10 feet. If he hits me with the attack, I can roll a d8 and add it to my AC bonus.
Okay, I think I got that. So you're rolling, so...
Yeah, so if he rolls...
him.
Yeah, so if he rolls and he hits me 14 or higher, I can roll a d8 and add it to my AC so that the attack misses.
On what he does. Okay, so he's at 16.
So roll him a d8. 3.
15, 16, so 17.
17, so he misses.
Nice. So you bat, your tail comes out. Now I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but he's got this wicked cool spiked tail that kind of whaps up and just knocks the spear out of the air. And the Minotaur, to his credit, goes, "Is he one of those?" Vadania.
I can't make play today, son.
All right. I would like to do my cantrip firebolt. Oh, but can I move up a little bit closer?
Absolutely. About how far away do you want to be from him?
Oh. Maybe like. Yeah, like right there is fine.
Mike is much better, by the way.
Oh, great.
That puts you at 35 feet away.
Okay, great.
All right, and what are you doing? A fire or something?
Yes, my cantrip firebolt.
Firebolt, yay.
So I just roll my d20.
I don't know.
I think.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a spell?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. Firebolt. Here we go. Cast it will, or extra time. Just a straight up d20 roll, it looks like. Yeah, what do you got?
I got a 17.
Lord. All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. And then I got a 7.
Okay, so 7. All right, so throwing this firebolt at the Minotaur just bursts out of your hand. See, this is why you guys need to see Kroll again, because that's what he does at the end with the big fireball. It's really cool. Hits him right in the chest and kind of burns for a little bit as you're, out there casting the spell, and you can smell the singeing and whatever else. And then it's gone, and like there's almost this even though everything's happening sort of simultaneously, there's this pause almost where he kind of looks at you and is like, and that's it. That is turn 1. Let's do. I don't have to make you roll for it because I think you're gonna figure it out. So, no, actually, I'm sorry. As we're going into turn number 2, perception checks for everybody. Excuse me.
I got a 4.
12.
12.
I got 19.
19. Excellent.
5.
As Horen is gearing up for his next attack, all of you start to notice that moving suddenly isn't quite as easy as it was as the water is reaching your knees.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna drown.
I was gonna say is that like the same equivalent as Adrik's chest?
It's not quite.
Adrik's a bear. Oh wait, not Adrik. Never mind.
Horen's a bear.
Horen's a bear.
Be curious to see how that works out, won't it, Horen? Oh, Horen.
All right. So how far am I away from him now?
Are now 35 feet. 35 feet,
Okay.
roughly.
Is my movement speed affected at all by this water?
Indeed it is. You are at -5 movement, -5 feet.
Okay. Oh, my movement.
As is everybody else.
All right. So I rear up on my hind legs and I yell out the biggest brown bear roar that I can muster. And I jump off my hind legs and use my movement speed of 40. So we should be able to close this gap. And
You had 45 to start?
I have 40. You saw I was 35 away, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
You're correct. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So I reach him. I have a multi-attack that I want to use. So
Okay.
the first one is a bite attack. Oh, shoot. Great. That is a 7. I'm sorry, 8
Hit.
to hit. Yeah, that was the attack roll.
Okay.
That was the first one. The
Bite?
Yeah, that was a bite. The second one is a 14.
That is a hit. What is that?
So that is 2d6 plus 4.
Okay.
So that is 7, 11.
Is there any way to... Not gonna help me, is it? Any way to private message you while we're doing this, or no?
Yeah, I can.
Let's
I have
see.
Discord up on my phone, so if you send me any messages, I can pull it up.
Okay. Direct messages. Okay. Sure, I don't lose. Okay, so I'm still... Here. No, okay. It's just us. Okay. Can you just... Oh, okay. Give me a second. Okay, did you get that message? Or it's coming through now. Did you get that
Yeah.
message?
Yeah.
All right, so respond in that chat, please. And then what was the second? What was the second attack? Was that claws or something?
That was claws. Yeah.
Claws. Okay. So very cinematic. Big roar, roar, and just a huge, giant brown burly right over Adrik, just sailing through the air, snapping at him. You missed that one, but the claws just giant swipe right down the chest. That makes him just rear back and roar right back at you. And it's pretty glorious. It's a lot of fun.
Sweet.
So that was badass. Not gonna lie.
Sweet.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. There we go. All right, that's anything else, Horen?
No, that's
Your
it.
movement.
Yep.
And your attack. Great.
Yeah.
Adrik.
All right. I'm going to go and take a big swing at him with my hammer.
So closing the distance there.
Yep. Move up to him as if I can get right up to him. I should be able to. I think close enough.
There's let me grab Horen here. This is a wild form. Wild thing. Roar. Roar up the chunk somewhere over there. And Horen will just put you kind of in timeout over that way. Okay, Adrik, whenever you're ready, go for it.
11.
Oh, sir. Probably what happened there is your good buddy in his bear form just knocked the like you were lining up for the hit, and he just got knocked in the wrong direction, and you just barely missed.
Nah. I guess that's for me then, either.
All right, and that brings us to Ori. Are you just gonna sigh, or
I am. I'm like, oh man. Okay.
sigh at him?
All right. What can we do? All right. So, all right. So I'm gonna close the gap just a little bit. Probably go like 15 feet. How far is 15 feet?
It's gonna be sort of here-ish, so not
Yeah,
quite.
that's perfect. Yeah.
So what's your normal movement? 20?
30.
You're still within that -5, so you're good.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna toss one of my daggers and see if I hit. Because there's something that I can do if I hit. But
go for it.
Uh, 15. On
That is a hit.
no wait, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Sorry,
Still hit.
I still hit.
Still hit. Oh,
Still
19? Hit. Oh, then you missed. No.
Okay, so since I hit, what I can do is, along with my 1d4 plus 2 piercing, when you hit, I could do Psychic Blades. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can extend one use of your Bardic Inspiration and deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Bring it.
Alright. So, let's see.
Before you roll that, go ahead and give me the 3d6 to see where.
Oh, the 3d6? Okay.
Or I can if you'd rather. Either way.
No, it's okay. I can do it. 8.
Location. Okay. Arm.
Yeah.
Sticks right in.
Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's move 1d4 plus 3. So 3 plus
Oh, right.
2d6. So 7 total?
I'm sorry, 17?
No, 7.
7, okay.
You're like, what? Some of it's psychic, some of it's the actual dagger. But 7 total.
So he had a bear coming at him, gets clawed across the chest as he's bringing his arms up this way. The dagger goes right to the underside of his arm right here. Not very happy about that at all. Let's see, you've moved into an action. Anything else, Ori?
Nope, I'm good.
That brings us to Mr. Minotaur, who is none too pleased at the moment. Raises up his spear as high as he can and brings it down on top of the bear. Maybe. We'll see.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, he did. Okay.
Oh.
Wasn't 20, but it was pretty good.
Whew.
Here we go. Here. 6 points to muscles flexing. He's suddenly oiled, which is weird, but you know, it's happened. And then he does that and is roaring, which might have been intimidating any other day, but you guys are kind of giving it to him, so it's not quite as scary as you might have expected. He, splashing through the water, rushes off this way, and you lose sight of him.
Oh. Seriously.
Anya.
Where did he go?
He's not. Yeah, you don't know. He splashed, and he's about 8 foot, 9 foot tall. So he didn't have nearly as much trouble moving through the water as you guys did. And he's kind of just disappeared around a corner.
Oh. That ruins my whole plan.
Sorry. Should I bring him back?
Yeah.
Would you like that?
Yes, please.
Oh. Excuse me.
What? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, excuse me. I was belching.
Oh.
That's all. It's all you.
Oh. Oh.
Got it. Okay.
Can I try to find him?
Anya, you are down to 25 feet of movement at the moment. So that would put you, let's see, they were there. So we're kind of moving you sort of about here, is about as far as you can get right now going through the water.
Real shucks. All right.
And you do not see him.
I do not see him.
Not see him. Oddly enough, the smell that you guys all smelled in when you first came into the cave, all those however many hours ago that was now, because you've lost all sense of time, you have no idea what time it is very, very strong here in this cavern, in this set of caves. The death, the cow barn smell, and the very yummy food.
So are we still in combat mode, or can we start kind of...
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Everyone is still in combat.
Okay. So next is Horen?
No, I
Were
haven't
you
done
done,
anything.
Vadania?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she hasn't. Yeah, but it's still Vadania's turn. She just moved. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, can I attack him if I can't see him?
Only if you have a spell that would allow it.
Oh.
Seems fairly unlikely, because usually that means you have to see him in range for a range spell attack against it. Yeah, unless you've got. I don't see anything that's.
And yeah, I guess I'm unfortunately done.
Hey, you're still alive.
That's a plus.
Nobody got hit at least this round.
Zero fear.